If you've been wondering what's really happening in our local real estate market right now, this one you're gonna wanna pay attention to. We're seeing some pretty big shifts as we move into spring. We've got more inventory, changing prices, and some mixed signals that both buyers and sellers need to understand. So let's break it all down in a way that actually makes sense. And more importantly, what it means for you. Let's start with inventory because this is one of the biggest changes we're seeing right now. The number of new listings hitting the market jumped nearly 50% month over month. That's a huge increase. On top of that, overall active inventory is still sitting at about 11% higher than this time last year. So what does it mean? Buyers, this is good news. You've got more options, more leverage, and a little more breathing room than we've seen in recent years. For sellers, this means more competition for you. Pricing and presentation matter more now than they have in a while. Now, even with more homes on the market, demand is still holding strong. We saw about a 19% increase in homes sold compared to February, and closings are up about 10% year over year. So what does this tell us? Buyers are still out there, homes are still selling. This is not a slow market, it's just becoming a more balanced one. Now let's talk about pricing because this is where things get very interesting. The average sales price jumped 13% in March, landing around $737,000. But at the same time, the median price is actually down about 9% year over year. But you're asking, how can both of those be true? Well, what we're seeing is a wider range of homes that are selling, more higher end properties pushing up that average while the overall middle of the market has softened a bit. And here's another big stat. Price per square foot jumped from $307 in February to $480 in March. That is a massive increase. So bottom line, prices aren't just going up or down. It depends on the segment of the market. And that's why strategy matters more than ever right now. Let's talk about how fast homes are actually selling. The average days on market dropped from 198 down to 176. So homes are moving a little quicker compared to last month. But if you zoom out, we're still seeing days on market up about 40% compared to last year. So that translates into things are improving slightly, but homes are still taking longer to sell than they used to. Again, this points to a more normalized, balanced market. And one last interesting trend is cash buyers. In March, about 41% of all sales were cash deals. That's actually moving back towards our typical range of about 45 to 50%. So why does that matter? Well, cash buyers are a big driver in our market, especially for our mountains. Seeing that number climb again is a sign of continued confidence, especially from our second home and investment buyers. So what's the big takeaway here? This market isn't crashing. It's not, guys, it's just not. And it's not booming either though. It's shifting into something more balanced, more inventory, steady demand, and pricing that really depends on the property. If you're a buyer, you've got more opportunity. If you're a seller, strategy is everything right now. If you're thinking about making a move or just want to understand what your specific situation looks like, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.